left side you have the most important, it's the main. That one, it's the main, must be on. Then you have the power steer.
The main battery.
The main battery, it's the main relay, it's switch on the main relay. Then you have the power steer. You will only use it when you are driving, because if you run up the engine in the beginning to start to warm up everything, you don't really need it. So because it's on power, so it's not with the engine pump, you know. It's electric power pump.
Understand.
Then you have the starter button. You have the ignition button. That one you keep it off when we crank for the oil pressure.
So you prime the oil.
Yeah, first the oil. Indicators, the lights, the fog lights, quite easy, the warning. Then you have the backlight of the dashboard. You can see it.
Yeah.
Then you have to cancel all the errors that you will have. For example, in the beginning when you crank, you will have the battery low, for example. Then you must
you clear it with the green button.
Yeah, first you must go to 3500 revs. Then the starter will start up to load the battery, and then you can cancel the error.
Hang on. Okay.
Okay. Then you have the fuel reset. So when we put fuel, the driver must push the fuel reset, that he knows that we are 100 liters. Then you have map 1 and map 2.
Is there anything saying how much fuel is in the car?
No, it's this button. It's a fuel. As soon as you push the fuel reset, he knows it's 100.
Right. But these guys only put in 25 liters at a time.
Then you must connect with your Matech system. With your laptop, you must say, okay, every time you're refueling, it's 25.
Okay.
So there is no fuel gauge in the fuel cell, you know.
There's no fuel gauge.
A gauge.
And on another set, if you set it to, whether all, I'm sure it's metric now. Like, how does it read versus kilometers, mile per hour, that type of stuff? So obviously we'd want it more that direction.
So how we did the job, the engineer make a consumption for each lap that we do, and then he say, okay, for example, it's 2.4 liters each lap. Then he knows every time he passed the beacon, he calmed down, you know.
Okay, and that's where I talk mile per hour versus that.
There was no system in the fuel cell that tell you how much fuel you have.
Okay.
Nothing. Only 4 pumps in the pump, in the fuel cell. Then
all done with the calculation.
No gauge. Yeah.
Map 1, map 2 is not used yet. It's for the ECU. If in case you want to make different maps.
Yeah.
You can put map 1. Fuel pump 2, it's in case you have something happened in the fuel cell. Fuel service, I will show you later. It's to drain out the fuel cell. Just if you push, you switch on the fuel cell. It's quite easy. This is for the ID. It's for the driver to tell on the tower that it's driver 1 or driver 2.
So not important.
Not really. Windscreen. It's not connected yet because it's not a heat windscreen. Normally you can have heat ones, but it's in glass. This is it's fiber one, so you can. This is not connected. This also it's not used. Sorry, it's used. Strategy means when you push a pit speed limiter and you comes in the box, you push on kill, the engine switch off. It's for the pit stop to make it faster. If you put strategy off, you must switch off the engine with ignition off. So like that, engine is running, you put strategy on, you can kill the engine like that.
Would never use it.
It's just for... Yeah. We did this because otherwise after the pit stop, some drivers forgot to put it on, you know.
Yeah.
So put it on off, blowers. You have some spares outputs. There is a PDM inside the power supply, and if you want, you can put a blower or something else on it. You must make the program by yourself, and then you can switch on your blower here. This is the same. They are all spare ones. This is not connect, but you can use it if you want something more. This is important, must be connected. It's for the shifting. There was a sensor here inside.
And the starter? Starter motor 2.
Okay, then we have 2 starters. What I did when the engine is cold, the first time for the oil pressure, I do it in starter 1, like this, and I crank to have some pressure. Then I, just to be sure that the starter 2 is working, I do it again. So most of the time you will have 1.2 pressure.
So you crank it on starter 1, you crank it on starter 2,
yeah,
switch to starter 1 and fire.
Exactly. Because a starter, it's better to 7 seconds maximum, you know.
Okay. And if you go more?
Yeah, okay, it's not good.
Doesn't matter. It's not good.
It's not good.
Okay.
You can, but then you must change it. You must change it after 2 or 3 races. You must clean and everything. So
7 seconds.
Safety first. So you do it 7 seconds, but you will see when you have the pressure, you don't need to go higher.
And what pressure do I look for?
I start the engine when I see that I have 1.3. It's okay. You can start the engine.
Can you show me now? With the fuel pump off, you can crank the starter.
Ignition off. I put it like that.
Is it in neutral?
I am in neutral.
Where is neutral? The middle number. That's the gear.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the gear. And here you will see the oil pressure now.
Okay.
This is enough.
And then to start the engine, you'd simply
Starter
lift
1.
up the left hand.
Ignition on, and then back again start.
And then
then
fire
start.
up.
Yeah.
Okay. And to switch off, ignition off.
Ignition off.
And then battery off.
The main.
Car is dead.
Yeah. For the dash, there are 3 modes. You have. I will put it on the first one, so you see
Which
correctly.
use your other hand. Show me the button you press for
This is
mode.
for the display, for the Matech
Okay.
display.
Yeah.
Change it. So here you have. This is the race mode. Like that, it's the driver use it like this. When you start up the engine, I will show you. This is the other mode. Practice, we never use it. You can
Okay.
do what you want. And then when I warm up the engine, I put it on warm up.
For warm up, okay.
Yeah, because on that one.